You ready to go, Mr. 1 hour?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, whatever. Cause if it was me, the new era where lipstick is for home. Still want to define these jokers. What you doing now? What you doing now? You supposed to be waiting on me? So, very quickly, I was just minding my own business and unloading groceries, albeit elevated. So, needless to say, I was in the state of mind that was ready to receive ancestral information. So, I received some, and I was thinking, all I was doing was putting away the peroxide. I didn't ask to be educated today, but here we are. And I'm getting all my education from the ancestors these days. Goddess herself, y'all. Just be speaking through me to all of us. Only those who come through will grasp it. I don't know. I don't care anymore. I'm just here to do what I'm here to do, honey. And I'm glad to still have more to do, because as horrible as this nation is, I'm honored to be a part of Goddess's constructive plan for the culture. So, okay, what I was saying was, you know how I've been looking for I feel like the perfect setting spray for makeup, although don't trust nothing I say about makeup because I'm not a huge makeup wearer. Everybody knows that. But anyway, you know, I've been looking for the perfect setting spray because I feel, as a minimalist, I feel like there's an ideal setting spray out there that is, I don't know if it's a combination of oil, water, alcohol, bitch, maybe, you know, they done turned us on alcohol. We was using it to clean everything and disinfect everything. Now all of a sudden they done got us to Anyway, so yeah, I was using alcohol, and although I don't have any problem in terms of the dangers of using alcohol on my face, I don't recommend it for anybody else's face out there. In fact, it's a bad idea, because they say it'll strip your face and all that bad, whatever bad stuff they say about alcohol, using alcohol in your face. With that said, alcohol is what has been one of my my holy grails, you know, in terms of keeping my face clean, but it will dry your skin out, which is incidentally how it has been beneficial to my face, because I use it for that reason. And middle-aged women out there may or may not know what I'm referencing, if you middle-aged or people that have seen my earlier videos. So yeah, let me tighten this up for y'all. My bad. My bad. I just be getting too comfortable. I shouldn't do that. I mean, not because y'all can't take it. I know y'all can handle me ugly. But why? You know, why not? If you gonna get cute for somebody, why not get cute for the people that think you're beautiful even when you ugly? And that's y'all. And that's Mr. I'm gonna make this quick so I can get sexy for that mother when he comes home. I'm gonna be sexy. And he better take advantage of it at a decent hour, because he's also gonna get enough damn sleep tonight if it's the last thing we do. Try me. Try me. Okay, so yeah. So as I was unloading the peroxide, and then we got to refill within the grocery. Oh yeah, that's another thing I have felt, because it's such a small thing. I'm a maximalist. I do the most with the least, but they're very clever ideas. Like certain things, when I open them, certain things that have the seal, you see, like such, I don't peel the seal completely off. I take advantage of the ability to use the seal as a pour spout. So I actually cut, and I use an X-Acto knife because it's simpler, but you can use any kind of little sharp tip you want to. And I cut a little rectangle to serve as a spout for that. And in some cases, I don't even cut a spout. I'll just poke a hole. But be careful with that, because that shit can surprise you. And if it's the wrong type of liquid, and that liquid is a chemical fucking liquid that really don't need to surprise you and just splash up out and everywhere and near you and things when you are unprotected, then you're not gonna come blame me. That's what you're not gonna do. Because I ain't telling you to do none of what I'm doing. Just consider what I'm doing and saying stupid. Don't say what I do, and don't take none of my recommendations. But if you're a free-thinking individual and something I say seems to be helpful to you, I don't have nothing to do with that. But the ancestors are here to send messages out into the universe, and whomever it sticks within the tribe, for and within the culture, then so may those niggas benefit from it. Anyway, so I've been through a few things. I'm actually now using alcohol, just alcohol, as a setting spray. Now, I like alcohol on my face, and I have always liked alcohol on my face. Since I was young, I've loved alcohol on my face. In fact, that felt really nice. And it seems to balance out whatever natural oils in my face, no matter what the circumstance. And that's why I've always loved it. And also middle-aged women, I'm not recommending anything because I'm dumb and I don't know anything and all my ideas are stupid. Hot flashes, girl. Alcohol. I learned it when I was young, and I didn't even carry it into my hot flashes. I just suffered them. And then one day I was like, bet. Remember on set in the summertime when it was doing scenes in a house that had no air conditioning because it was so old that it had radiators. You were able to keep yourself alive and breathing in the heat, in the smoldering heat, with a spritz of alcohol everywhere. Oh, it always cooled me off, and it just evaporated any perspiration, and yes, it felt like it cleaned me. And that's why I always say I invented hand sanitizer, because I just always carried around a little spray bottle of alcohol for hand sanitizer and to cool myself in the heat of the summer when outdoors. So, and eventually later in life during hot flashes. You're welcome in advance. Not that I'm offering anything, because we all know that I'm not recommending or suggesting or educating or call myself teaching you anything, since I'm not a professional anything and I don't know anything. I don't know why the Spirit tells me to put all them disclaimers in there today. But, you know, with the way the world is, I don't want no responsibilities for the choice you make for yourself, given all the choices that certain people are making for themselves. And I don't want no parts of it. But for those who happen to be walking a better path for themselves and seek something that they may have or may not happen to find here, I welcome and embrace you. I love y'all. Let me hurry up and tell you about this. I took the long way to tell you. See how fresh I look? I just sprayed my face with alcohol. I feel fresh. I look fresh. You can't tell me I don't. I need to shave my whiskers though, but fresh, girl. Fresh, bitch. So fresh. The shortest story ever made the longest ever. My next step is going to be trying peroxide as a makeup setting spray, because maybe the hydrogen, maybe the oxygen that this adds to your face helps set everything, as well as does not deplete moisture. Like, I think this will be as effective as the alcohol is, but it won't deplete moisture. And the problem with the alcohol, if you can call it that, because it's not that big of a deal, but I think the problem with the alcohol is when you use it as a setting spray, it actually tends to make your makeup behave like powder because it does pull that moisture from your face, which would actually be a nice balance for you bitches that wear that greasy ass foundation and end up shining, not from highlight, but just from straight up. Your foundation was so liquidy that, or creamy that it looks wet. Maybe you try alcohol. Although I'm not suggesting nothing. I promise I'm not suggesting nothing. So yeah, I actually did half water and half peroxide just because I don't know if there are any concerns with applying peroxide directly to your face on a regular basis. I know it's harmless because, you know, it does a number on a wound, but or any bacteria for that matter, because I told you guys when I first started doing YouTube videos that I use it to clean my jewelry. I forgot all about that. I forgot y'all knew. Well, y'all don't know it because most of y'all wasn't there from back then for sure. But yeah, I did a video where I showed everybody how Max a minimalist, even back then, I guess, right? So yeah, I clean my jewelry with peroxide. You could just soak it in there for about 15 minutes. And then I rinse it off with water, and then I soak it in alcohol for about maybe 5 minutes, and then I swirl it around in the alcohol. But either way, as soon as it gets done, let me stick this in here in the right order so that you know. After you soak it in the peroxide for 15 minutes to overnight, I often did overnight because I want to set it and forget it. I'm that big. So yeah, all that said, about 15 minutes at least, but you could do up to overnight. The longer you do it for, the more debris you will be able to see with your own eyes. So if you want to really see how effective this was, you can do that as a first test, right? Put your jewelry in that hole. Let it sit in there overnight in peroxide, just peroxide. The next morning, all the debris will be floating with bubbles around it from your jewelry. I just put it in a little, y'all know I'm a Max and minimalist. I just put it in a little something that I always have regularly. It's a little cap from the detergent. I had so many of those things. And you mean to tell me, oh, okay. I was gonna say, I know what the hell. I'm a messy bitch to tell you the truth. Not like y'all messy. I mean, like in terms of being a slob. But I know where it's an organized chaos here. So yeah, it's just a detergent thing. I'll put my jewelry in there and I'll put just enough peroxide to submerge it. And then in the morning, you will see suds and debris. Not a ton of it, but enough to know that peroxide did that thing. It went all up and through your little stuff. And so you swirl it around to make sure any extra lingering debris comes off as well. And then you hold your jewelry inside, pour and drain the water off of it. You put regular water on it and rinse that. Pour that off of it. Do that a couple of times. And then you put your alcohol over it. Submerge it in a little bit of alcohol. The same amount you used when you just did the peroxide. And then you just let that sit probably for about 5 minutes. And then you come back and swirl that around in the alcohol as well. And you may or may not see any leftover debris that the peroxide might not have gotten. It might have loosened it up and just didn't get it all the way off. The remainder will be in this alcohol. Then you drain that off and rinse that with water as well. And your shit should be right. You're welcome. Peroxide. And then alcohol. Separately. Not at the same time. But it can be subsequent as long as you rinse it with water in between. I hope you followed that because I am elevated and it sounds like I took a really complicated road to tell you something simple. Yeah, see? Like I said, complicated road to tell you something simple. Because this video didn't have nothing to do with that. This video was telling y'all that I was going to now try. And look, I still have moisture in my face. It's almost like it does engage hydrogen into my face. Who knows? Maybe this will be effective. Maybe this is effective on anti-aging. Maybe this is an effective anti-aging tactic. Not anti-aging, anti-wrinkling. Because who doesn't want to age? I lived. I survived this house. And in this pandemic era, that's an accomplishment. That's an achievement. Let me hush before my agent shut me down. Love y'all. Bye.